It started with a smell, a thick, oily stench, like rotting meat left to bake under a summer sun. It came from the end of the road, where the woods swallowed up the light. Nobody dared go near the old Kraus farmhouse, not since the murders. 6 bodies, skinned, hung upside down like cattle, their mouths sewn shut with rusted wire. Sheriff Mallory found the place in 1987. He walked in and puked the moment he saw the living room. A man's body nailed to the ceiling. His spine split open like a book. No one claimed the land, but the house, it never left. Jason was 17 when he dared to enter. A bet. A dare. Something stupid teenagers do when death feels far away. He brought a flashlight, a crowbar, and his friend, Danny. They broke through the boards on the front door. The hinges screamed, and inside, it was pitch black. But the smell was fresh. Blood on the walls, not dried, still dripping. Danny wanted to leave. Jason said 5 minutes, just 5. They walked into the kitchen and found meat, piles of it, still twitching. A human face, half chewed, eyes open, blinking. Jason turned to run, but the door was gone, just drywall. No hinges, no knob, no way out. Danny screamed. Something had grabbed his leg. A hand, flesh melted off bone, nails like needles digging in. He was dragged down the hallway, his screams echoing, then choked off. Jason ran, through room after room, each one worse than the last. One room was filled with teeth, thousands, all gnashing in the dark, clattering like wind chimes. Another, infants in jars, eyes stitched shut, floating in black liquid. Some of them were smiling. And then he found the basement. He shouldn't have opened that door. The steps were wet, sticky. The walls pulsed, like lungs. There was something waiting at the bottom. Tall, covered in skin not its own, sewn together, eyes nailed into place. Its mouth had too many tongues. It spoke without words. You came to feed. Jason tried to scream, but he had no mouth anymore. His parents found his clothes weeks later, folded neatly at the edge of the woods. A note inside, more meat, soon. If you go down Deadwood Lane and see that house, don't go inside. Even if the door is open, even if you hear your name, especially if you hear your name. Because what lives there doesn't just eat you, it wears you, and it's always hungry. Tone, ragged whisper. Mallory Jenkins was the only survivor to ever escape the meat house, but he didn't leave whole, not really. He was found 5 miles from the house, naked, soaked in blood that wasn't his, clutching a jar. Inside, a human tongue, still twitching, still trying to speak. He was institutionalized, said the house had a heartbeat, said the walls whispered secrets in his ears, said it fed him things. Raw things, pieces, slivers of people. He ate them because he was hungry. So hungry. He lost his eyes 6 months later, ripped them out with a spoon, said he saw her standing in the corner every night. Long arms, no skin, face made of knives, a mouth where her chest should be. She told me I was beautiful, he wept. She said I'd make good meat. Mallory screamed for 12 hours before he died. They found his body bent backwards, spine like an arch, jaw dislocated. Something had crawled into his mouth and tore out through his throat. They sealed the asylum wing. No one talks about it anymore. But that jar, the one with the tongue, it disappeared from evidence. And a week later, A janitor, cleaning the old hospital basement, heard whispering from the furnace room. He turned and saw a tongue, slithering across the tile, leaving a bloody trail. Do you understand what I'm saying? The house doesn't want to stay hidden. It wants you to look. It wants you to see it. Last week, I smelled it. That same smell, like burned pork and spoiled fat. I saw my brother. He's been dead 3 years, but there he was, standing in my driveway, smiling. His skin was melting off his bones like wax. He held a note, room for one more. I think I'm going back, just to see, for a moment. If I'm not back in 3 days, don't come looking for me. It only wants one at a time, but it always wants more. Tone, tired, hollow whisper. I made it inside. God help me. It isn't a house. Not really. It's a living thing. A tumor wearing wood. Beams like ribs. The walls. They breathe. Wet. Moaning. Hungry. The door sealed behind me with a sound like swallowing. And then it began. The flesh hallway pulsed under my feet. Veins. Big as hoses. Beating. Thudding. Each step. Squish. Population crunch. I stepped on teeth. There are no lights. Just luminescent rot. Fungus glowing green. Dripping pus. That sizzles on my skin. I found a room filled with faces, stapled to the walls, some screaming, some praying. One smiled at me. It was my mother's face. Not her, just her face, nailed over something else, something that pulsed beneath the skin like it was wearing her like a jacket. It whispered, I remember the taste of you. I ran. Slipped in the blood, fell through a doorway made of knuckles, landed in a room that breathed. The ceiling rose and fell, the walls contracted. I realized I was in a stomach. The bile was knee-deep, human bones floated by, a jaw, a child's shoe, a spine still twitching. Then I heard her, Sister Marian, the house mother. The one they say built this place for the forgotten. She's still here, feeding it, feeding herself. She dragged a man by his hair. His legs had been peeled like fruit. No screams left, just gargles. She sang as she worked. Red meat, clean soul, skin to bind the blackest hole. She fed him to the wall. The wall opened. It had lips. They kissed the body, then sucked it in, wetly. I can't leave. There are no exits, only tunnels. Tunnels with fingers for floors. Tunnels lined with tongues that taste your ankles. I'm bleeding. I think the house likes it. It's licking the wounds closed so I don't die too fast. It's behind me. Something is crawling through the ceiling. Nails, hair, a child's laugh. It sounds like my brother, but he's in the ground, isn't he? I'm sorry. I thought I could learn something. I thought I could beat it, but the meat house doesn't let you win. It doesn't want you gone. It wants you opened, explored, emptied. Please don't come looking for me. Don't bring fire. Don't bring God, because it's inside now, and it wants to come out. Voice, trembling, barely conscious. Day. I don't know. Time doesn't move here. My watch stopped. My skin is starting to slough. I'm not bleeding anymore. I think that means it's begun. I found the digestive room. That's what the walls called it. Yes. The walls speak now. Impulses. In moist syllables made of spit and fat. They hum with a voice I hear inside my teeth. The digestive room isn't a room. It's a pit of living things, and once living things stitched together in a sphere, a ball of meat, a screaming, sobbing sun made of suffering. They made a planet out of pain. It opened for me, split down the middle like a split tongue. Inside, no floor. Only organs, floating in dark air, swaying like kelp in a red tide. Every piece had faces. Some were still apologizing. Some asked for their names back. One asked me if I was done yet. I don't remember why I came in. I think I wanted answers. But the house, it doesn't give answers. It gives you a role. I saw my own arm, still wearing my watch, gnawed clean. It waved at me. I'm being replaced, piece by piece. It keeps what's useful. And what isn't? It melts, like fat in a fryer. I saw them, the previous guests. They're part of the walls now. Used, fused, still aware. One blinked with no eyelids. Another sang lullabies through a stomach slit like a puppet's mouth. And Sister Marion, she's not human. She was once. But now she's the voice of the house, its priestess, its chef. She told me the truth. You never leave. You change shape. We all become ingredients. I could feel her inside my mouth. Not physically, spiritually. Like she's wrapped around my soul and chewing. She's tasting my regrets, swallowing my memories. I forgot my mother's face today. I understand now. This place isn't cursed. It's holy. It is the answer to pain. It doesn't fix you. It converts you into nutrition. Soon I'll be added to the digestive room. I've already picked my spot. Between the crying ribcage and the boy made of fingers. It's warm there. It's wet. It's ready. If you're hearing this, it means you're close. And if you're close, it's too late. You've already stepped on the tongue. You're already inside, and it's already hungry. I'm not sure where I end anymore, or if I was ever real to begin with. The house doesn't consume you. It rewrites you, like clay, like meat, like wet scribbles on rotting paper. I've started dreaming with other people's eyes. Last night I saw a girl with no jaw, kneeling in front of the furnace. She kept slapping her own chest, like she was trying to wake her heart up. And the night before, a man was pulling veins out of the walls, like tangled Christmas lights. He smiled at me, said, "The trick is to find the rhythm. There's rhythm here, a heartbeat in the foundation. It's not metaphorical. It thumps, heavy and wet. Once every few hours, it makes the floor swell, like the whole place is breathing. Sometimes the pipes bleed, sometimes the hallways. Blink. I touched a wall last night. It grabbed me back. A finger, not mine, slid into my mouth. It tasted like burnt sugar and rust. Then it whispered through my molars, "She's coming. She's hungry." Sharp inhale. Sister Marion. She's not part of the house anymore. She is the house. A spinal column of teeth, eyes like pits of oil, a head that blooms open like a flower made of skulls. She chased me down a throat-like hallway, lined with faces begging to die. Every step she took, the walls shivered. I hid in a room that was nothing but bone, carved smooth, polished. The door shut behind me like a tongue, sealing shut. And I saw it. The thing at the center? It's not a house. It was never a house. It's a creature, a parasite, buried here long ago, forgotten. Buildings were made on top of it, fed into it, like a disguise. And we are its religion. You don't leave the meat house, you become its voice. I heard myself speaking last night, but I wasn't the one moving my mouth. It said, "Bring more. They're ripe now. children taste best. I'm not me anymore. I'm a hallway. I'm a closet full of bones. I'm the sound that drips in the silence. I'm the itch in your spine when you pass that old abandoned building. And you're not outside the meat house. You're already inside. You just haven't found the mouth yet. But it sees you. It remembers you. It's already chewing